in, and I'm so excited to see this. I can't wait.
And let's be honest, the ones that haven't come back, all dudes.
Oh, there you go.
It's true. It's true. And our film, I think, makes a really good argument for why women are just better suited for most things.
Well, by the way, that's a
Tessa Thompson, everybody.
100%.
Thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you later.
That's 100%
Thompson 2020, right? Let's back up for folks who maybe haven't been aware of Annihilation, and I don't know how you could have missed it, but it is coming out this weekend. You have an amazing cast: Gina Rodriguez and Jennifer Jason Leigh and Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac and so many more. But this is a story about kind of nature taking over. This isn't the dangers of technology. This is kind of the world pushing back at humanity a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, basically there's a part of America, maybe it's Florida, who knows, called Area X that the government has everything suspect happens in Florida.
Correct.
Sorry, Florida, I love you. And they sent teams in, they've sent drones, they've sent animal teams in to try to investigate this shimmer, this natural phenomenon that people are dying from, that's spreading by the meter every day. And nothing comes back except for Oscar Isaac's character, and he comes back not well. And so we go in, this team of mostly women scientists, 5 of us, to do this expedition to try to venture in and figure out what's going on.
And do you film this in a studio, or are you out in the wild?
We didn't. We were out in the wild. We were mostly in the English countryside, which is very different than Florida. But it looks beautiful. And, Alex Garland, this brilliant filmmaker who made a film called Ex Machina, he wanted to do as much in camera. Yeah, he's so smart. Yeah. So it meant that all of the phenomenon that we're reacting to in the film, like these incredible lichen figures or animals that have been mutated or floral scapes. I don't know if is a floral scape a thing?
I mean, it is now.
It is now, right?
So?
So all of those things were beautiful production design elements that we all got to react to.
Yeah, this Alex Garland, didn't he also write 28 Days Later, I want to say?
He did, and he also wrote that, I think at 25, he wrote that bestseller, The Beach, that got turned into a Leonardo DiCaprio movie and inspired a whole generation of young people to travel to Thailand.
Wow. How about
he needs to calm down.
Right? Take it easy.
Stop being so good.
Don't show off.
I know. Now, I'm always fascinated by stories like this, Tessa, and I read an interview that you did recently where you talked about, and you were already an actress at this time, but you went to see the Ex Machina movie, and you walked out of that theater, and you said what to your friends?
I said I'm going to be in an Alex Garland movie. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I mean, that's really that's serendipity, though. Years later, your dream comes true. Is it like The Secret where you just put it out there and it kind of can't not happen?
I don't know. Maybe. I kind of think that that's a little bit true. I had the same experience. I got to see Ava DuVernay speak, and she had made a couple films, but certainly wasn't the celebrated filmmaker than she is now in the same way. Mm-hmm. And she said that she was working on this film Selma, and I remember saying to myself, I'm going to be in that movie. I have no business saying any of this stuff.
Tessa runs the world, you guys.
What's happening?
No. I think it's just like, naive determination. And also just, I really know when I find a filmmaker that I just, have to work with.
So I might be on the Muppet Show?
Is that a dream?
Yeah. Yes, Tessa.
Listen, there are all sorts of dreams that have not come true for me. Like I really want to be on Sesame Street, and they're not checking for me.
What?
Oh, trust me.
Oh, they will.
They will. It's a matter of time. See, she just put it out there,
right?
so
That's
now
how it works.
Yeah. Gordon's going to call. He's still on the show?
I don't know.
Did you know any of these women that you co-starred with in the film, Tessa, before you made this one?
No, I'd never met any of them, and we became fast friends. We all piled in Natalie stayed in the countryside because it was closer to work for her because she worked every day, and she had this kind of mom van, this soccer mom van, and we piled into it and went to see Radiohead, which was super cool.
That's not as glamorous as you would think, but it sounds very cool.
It was so cool. We were backstage, and I'm like such a Radiohead fan, and I was too embarrassed to go say hello to Tom York, but because I was standing next to Natalie Portman, Department heat came over.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look
That's
at you.
fantastic.
And now Tessa's in Radiohead.
No. Yeah,
the band.
can you imagine I suddenly replaced Tom York?
We are such huge fans of Natalie Portman, and especially the rapping that she does when she's on Saturday Night Live. I was
Isn't
wondering.
she so good?
Yeah, she's
Amazing.
so good.
It's so funny when she does that. And I was wondering, does she ever do any kind of rapping like off SNL? Is that a thing you ever saw or heard her do in the months you guys were working together?
No, but now I regret not having asked her to do that,
You
right?
should have. You absolutely
I
should
know.
have.
Gina Rodriguez can also rap, so we did briefly talk about starting like a
A new
band.
Spice Girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is that
I
going to
love
be
it.
Spice
Maybe,
Girls?
maybe not exactly.
Maybe not the Spice Girls. We're on the phone with actress Tessa Thompson. Again, the film is called Annihilation. It looks creepy and scary and beautiful and wonderful. Here's a clip from the film.
We have to go back. We have to go back now.
She's right. I really don't know how much more right she has to be.
Okay. And I agree with you. We should go back.
Good. Okay, great. There we go. Okay, so the three of us can just
Hold
pack
on a
up
minute. Hold on. We should go back, yes, but it took us, 6 days to get here? And the coast is 2 days away. You're saying that we get out by going deeper in? Yeah, if you like, yeah.
Like?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
I don't
no.
like.
No, she doesn't.
Don't
don't
go
like
deeper
either.
in.
No.
Don't go deeper in. We'll see this weekend. Creed 2 you're working on right now. And True or False, Avengers Infinity War for you, Tessa.
I don't know.
Oh, so true or false is the answer. Okay.
It's either true or false. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, then I can say that Tessa Thompson confirmed that for us on the show today. It's either true or false. Well, it's been delightful having you on. Thank you so much for coming on. We're very excited about Annihilation. I hope we get a chance to talk to you again later.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Anytime, guys.
Thanks, Tessa.
Bye-bye. Bye.
It's Kevin and Bean on K-Rock. K-Rock. K-R-O-Q.
It is time for What's Happening. Here's Allie.
You know when you say something and then your friends are like, dude, what are you doing? And you don't really pay much attention. But maybe when your 6 daughters sit you down and say, hey, Pops, what's going on?
What's happening with you?
And that's what happened to Quincy Jones. If you'll recall, he did the interviews, 2 weeks ago, basically, with GQ and Vulture.
They were so entertaining.
The best ever. He dropped knowledge like the Beatles sucked. I dated Ivanka Trump. Marlon Brando was boning Richard Pryor and maybe a mailbox. A lot of stuff was said in these interviews.
Pretty entertaining interviews.
That now his daughters are like, Dad, not so much with the yapping.
Less of that.
Less of that. He has now apologized. And he said he had a little family intervention with his daughters, and he has learned his lesson. He is quoted as saying, when you've been fortunate enough to have lived such a long and crazy life, and you've recently stopped drinking 3 years ago, certain details about specific events which do not paint the full picture of my intentions nor experiences come flooding back all at once, even at 85. It's apparent that word vomit and bad mouthing is inexcusable. And I say, sir, word vomit all you want.
Right.
You're 85.
Agreed.
Now is when you word vomit.
Although I don't think he's going to listen to us over his daughters.
Well, he shouldn't. But
Do you think it's more likely that his memory has failed and he is not recollecting those periods of history accurately, or
No.
more likely that he gives no F's and he's just telling it like it is?
I think gives no F's because Richard Pryor's
his wife.
came out and sort of said, yeah, that was happening.
Yeah.
So sounds to me like he was accurate.
I'm sure maybe some people got rubbed the wrong way. Maybe
Sure.
people reached out to him and were like, hey, less, not rubbed that way.
Nope.
Oh,
but
sorry.
maybe less of that about me if it ever comes up. So maybe that played a part.
That
but
could be, yeah.
That man is sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
He's there.
And what a voice.
Did you guys get a boner when you heard
None
him
of that was
talking?
said, by the way. I just said she had a lovely voice. And she did. Not even in a sexy way, just in a
but you
soothing,
did.
mellifluous. Mellifluous? Is that the word? Way?
I don't know. You said lick.
Moleculous? Did you use
No,
that word?
mellifluous,
Oh,
I said.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's mellifluous, I believe.
I think none of us can pull that word off.
Okay.
I don't like it at all. Remember the whole situation with McDonald's and Szechuan sauce and people throwing down?
Sure.
Just to catch you all up, it had to do with Szechuan sauce, which was originally a promotional dip during the movie Mulan. in the late 90s. Then Rick and Morty had an episode where Rick said, I'm not driven by avenging my dead family, Morty. That was fate. I'm driven by finding that McNugget sauce. And McDonald's was like, holy crap, Szechuan sauce, let's release it. So they had a re-release of the Szechuan sauce back in October. Not that kind of release. Huge miscalculation of how many Rick and Morty fans there are. People showed up in droves to get Szechuan sauce.
What, did they release like one packet of it?
It seemed like it. There was not enough to go around. There were brawls. Then it went up on eBay for ridiculous amounts of money. Well, McDonald's has said, listen, we screwed up. Let's make it up to you.
Okay.
So 20 million packets of the coveted Szechuan sauce for Rick and Morty fans will be available on Monday. So head on out there. We'll see how it goes. But good Lord, people, calm down.
Right.
Will people want it?
That's my question.
Wouldn't
Wouldn't that be funny?
No one shows up. And McDonald's is like, we got so much sauce.
Hey, we still got Szechuan sauce up here if anybody wants it.
It's such an insane story all around.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And apparently McDonald's now has a podcast that they did called The Sauce, where they explained what went wrong. Like, who is listening to a McDonald's podcast called The Sauce?
Look, here's where we went south on the Szechuan sauce.
It's just insane.
Guys, if that is true, I will listen to that this weekend and bring you in some highlights on Monday, because I can't believe that's real.
I read it on AV Club, and I believe everything they say. What if they're lying? That would be amazing.
I don't know what's going on at McDonald's, but I did see that they have a live DJ at some of their locations in New York City now when you go into McDonald's.
Right. Like Friday, Saturday nights type thing?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I guess
I'm guessing it's not Monday mornings.
More power to them. They're trying new stuff.
Sure.
If they've got a podcast about sauce, I'm in.
You guys, listen.
He says he's so busy.
He will find time. Yes, by the way, I'm back on AV Club's website. Yeah, there are 3 episodes of The Sauce.
Boom!
Up now. Oh, my God.
Now, how does B know which one to recap?
He needs to listen to all 3.
That's what I thought.
How can there be 3 episodes? How can they not have said everything they wanted to say in one?
It's just insane. I love this story.
All I know is
so
you
much.
promised.
Hey, I'll do it.
All right.
Excellent. Excellent. Some birthdays for you. We've got Dakota Fanning, Emily Blunt, Josh Gad, Skylar Gray, Damon John, and Niecy Nash. Happy birthday, and that's what's happening.
It's the Kevin and Bean Show. K-Rock.
Every Friday about this time, we open up the texts. Not that we have to open them up because they're always up, but 1-800-5201. 1-800. Look, I'm running out of steam, dude. It's Friday, okay? We got 40 minutes left.
Look, we opened up to Texas.
So we invite you to request any song you want that K-Rock has ever played that you love. And I'm telling you, our listeners, they come up with such great suggestions. Just outside Texter 100 this time around was Dan from West Hills, who wanted Gold Lion by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, which is a great band and a great song.
Agreed.
And just on the other side of the winner this hour is Higher Ground by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't ordinarily rush to put Chili Peppers on, but I will tell you that's one of the all-time best ever cover versions of Stevie Wonder's Higher Ground. But neither of them are Texter 100. That honor goes to our man Billy, who we have on the line from Huntington Beach, I believe, right now. Hey, Billy.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
What's going on with you, my friend? What's your weekend looking like?
Not sure. Just probably stay home.
All right. Did you say stay at home and beers?
Yeah, and stay home and beers.
Okay.
You are living your best life, Billy. Now, have you ever tried to get a Keep It 100 song on the Kevin and Bean Show before?
Yeah, almost every week since week 1.
Really?
I probably missed a couple.
No kidding.
And is it the same song or no?
No, all different ones.
All different?
I've been one of the 99s and 101s.
Oh, you have?
shouted out
Wow.
a couple times.
How about that? All right. Well, perseverance pays off. So you finally made it to the air. You finally get to choose a song. Don't blow it. What do you want?
I want Edwin Collins, Girl Like You. Old school banger.
Old school banger indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the request. We appreciate it.
Keep it 100.
old school banger right there.
That's
Am
what
I
Billy
right?
says,
What
man.
Billy said.
That's what Billy called it.
I like it, you guys.
That sounded
I like
great.
it. All right, here's your fun fact about Edwin Collins, A Girl Like You. Came out in 1994. The instrument, the vibraphone that you hear on that recording, the vibraphone is being played by Paul Cook, the drummer for the Sex Pistols.